friends, happy Friday. So, you know that saying, when it rains, it pours. Nobody's immune. Nobody's immune to that. So, apologies, but there were several things that happened at the North Texas Wildlife Center over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours. And Rebecca is going to have to reschedule. I'll still have some pictures I think I'll probably show you. Just some of my favorite ones from the center, from their Facebook page and things like that. So all hope is not lost. But I'm going to go with my backup stream because I learned my lesson. The last time we had someone that wasn't able to join us. And I've got a backup plan. It's been a while since we've looked at any just funny, confusing, wacky, weird, like translations and road signs and things. So I've got a collection of that kind of stuff to share with you today. And I hope it will be as fun a stream as I'm expecting it to be. Let me pull up this stream on my phone. You know, I like to kind of keep tabs on what it sounds like and looks like. Partly thanks to not the internet. But I will say again, it's been a lot better since we bought our own router. So Richard got me a nice router. Does a lot of things that the router that came with the service couldn't do. And I honestly think that they provide equipment that prevents you from having access to too much bandwidth. I think bandwidth is probably the term I need here. I might be wrong, but let me take this banner off. And so I'll catch you up. My guest today was originally scheduled to be Rebecca Hamlin, the president of the North Texas Wildlife Center. But again, things happen, life happens. And in this case, death happens. And so there have been some very sad humans. This was not the animals. I know that's part of their life every day to have to deal with the loss of animals, but there have been some big human losses at the center this week. And it's been kind of crazy. And I know it's still a ridiculously busy time of year. I don't know anymore that wildlife centers can say that there's like a season when they're super busy. Usually you think it's spring. And I think when Annette from Wild Heart Ranch was with us a couple of years ago, she said, you know, that really is all hands on deck and nobody sleeps because most animals are, you know, producing offspring. And those offspring are a lot more at risk, a lot more susceptible to health conditions or, you know, getting hurt. And so it might be a little bit busier in the spring, but I know I'm even still seeing posts on social media of people that are finding like baby bunny rabbit nests in their yards, and their dogs are coming up onto the back porch like we've had happen here with a baby bunny in its mouth or in their mouths. So I don't know if the weather is what's happening with that. I don't know if it's solar flares. I don't know what it is, but it's been busy every day. None of the rehab wildlife organizations that I follow have indicated that anything has let up for them at all. So on top of that, now we've got some tragedies that have happened, and the humans are human. And I've assured Rebecca that there's no need to feel bad. I've had to reschedule people before. We're still going to do a stream. I hope you're still going to enjoy it. And I don't think there's any more intro I need to do. I've got an assortment of web pages that I'm going to use to share with you. Again, just funny stuff. There will be some images on some of them. On some of them, this first one, it's just going to be me telling you what this story is. So I'm going to pull this in front of me so I can actually see it. This is from a site called brobible.com. And the title of this article is 33 of the funniest police blotter reports ever published. You know, I'm all into watching police pursuits and DUI pullovers and stuff. It's not always funny. In fact, it's usually not funny. So I thought, well, let's look at the other side of that and hear some of the funny police reports based on police blotters. If you don't know what a police blotter is, there are even Facebook pages, social media pages that are like blotter pages. And you can just go get these little brief descriptions of some crime or incident that has been reported to the police. And I haven't had a chance really to look at any of these. One of the sites we're going to visit today, we did visit back when I did a show, again, and it's probably been a couple of years ago. So I guess the timing is good for this again. But I did a show a couple of years ago where we looked at funny translations and things. So I will be visiting that site again. But I've got some new stuff for you too. So let's get going. Again, from brobible.com, 33 of the funniest police blotter reports ever published. That music seems so loud to me. I know I said that when it was just me and Rich doing a live, but I'm going to turn it down. I'd rather it not be too loud or not be loud enough than to be too loud. And let me get back to my blotter page. All right. This is like in a countdown order. So number 33 on the list of 33. A woman reported an intruder in her closet. Police found no one there, and she was arrested on drug charges. So I'm guessing she scared herself, huh? Number 32. A resident suspected a neighbor of breaking a kitchen window with a watermelon. That's new, right? So I know they say if life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but I don't know of any kind of phrases that involve watermelons. And I should have said I wanted to play with the live streamers can set a goal now for super chats and super stickers and things like that, but I haven't figured out where to do it. I can't do it in StreamYard, and I only know it because I've seen some live streams. I've watched some live streams where you can see up at the top where it's got, like 5 out of 10 for the goal, and I didn't even know what that meant at first. And then as the last super sticker or super chat came in, then it changes. So it was pretty easy to figure out, but I don't know how to set it up. So feel free to send your super chats and your super stickers. That is a huge help in keeping the show going and keeping the channel going, because even when you're a small YouTuber, there's just a lot that goes into creating videos and doing live streams. Again, our internet alone is a pretty hefty price, which is part of why I was always so aggravated that it was so unreliable. But neither here nor there. Let's get back to this crazy list. Number 31 on the list, a Sycamore Street woman reported a strange caller threatened to make improvements to the outside of her home. Or else? Number 30, suspicious, in quotation marks, people were reported doing something with flashlights by the side of North 5th Street in Custer. A deputy checked and found the people were not suspicious, but merely Canadian. That explains it, huh? And I don't know. I don't think these are all from one particular place. I think this list is just a compilation from various places. So I don't know where Custer is. I don't know where Sycamore Street is, but just play along. Number 29, a man unhappy with a free shoe shine was advised to request that the shine be removed. And the shiner complied. I don't think I want to know how you get rid of a shoe shine. Number 28, the Learning Center on Hanson Street reports a man across the way stands at his window for hours watching the center, making the parents nervous. Police ID the suspect as a cardboard cutout of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Nothing to see here. Number 27, a noise complaint was reported on Pin Oak Drive. Police responded and found a 50th anniversary party. The seniors were advised to turn down the Frank Sinatra music. 26, a psychotic woodchuck chased police officers on patrol on the Amherst bike path, forcing officers to open fire. You got to watch out for those psychotic woodchucks. Number 25. A man came to the sheriff's department to find out how to legally kill someone who was harassing him. That's probably not the best idea, right? 24. A woman not wearing pants was reported. Police responded and determined that a dress shirt covered her sufficiently. 23. A woman upset with her husband for failing to replace broken window panes broke a few more. If you can't beat them, join them, right? 22. A shoplifter was apprehended at woodworker's warehouse. The suspect was found to have 5 hammers in his pants. I don't even want to know where exactly they were in his pants. 21. Police report a false fire alarm at the Commons. A resident was drying underwear in the microwave. That's a thing. Number 20. This is a Walmart police report. Police receive a report of a newborn infant found in a trash can. Upon investigation, officers discover that it was only a burrito. I would say I can't believe these are real, but my money says these are real. Number 19, report of a tree fire ignited by an electrocuted squirrel on Phillips Street. Already the animals are featured prominently here, huh? Number 18, caller reported that someone was feeding the eagles, causing a hazard as one of the eagles had flown into her truck. Officers investigated and discovered that the eagles were not being fed, but were congregating as eagles are known to do. Y'all know I'd love to have an eagle fly in my car. Number 17, a family and their pets were held hostage by a raccoon that entered the house through the doggy door. I bet the raccoon thought the same thing of the people, right? Number 16, an exasperated, exhausted, immature eagle which had entrapped itself inside a crab pot. Eagle trapped itself inside a crab pot, was able to fly to safety after an officer climbed a stack of crab pots and cut a raptor-sized hole in the netting. But how did he get in the crab pot if it had netting around it that the officer had to cut to free him? Okay, that one might be questionable. Number 15, a person was hit in the face with a bag of hot dogs on Thanksgiving. That is wrong on so many levels. Number 14, a resident reported a large light in the sky. It was the moon. Number 13, 10 raccoons, here we go with the raccoons again, were reported to be loitering near a dumpster. Is that an animal thing? Number 12, a horse was believed to be dead on a Cadiz property, but when checked by animal welfare representatives, was determined to be sunbathing. I do worry sometimes when I see Cabo and Delilah out laying. There's a patch of sand up in the paddock, and they like to roll around in it. But sometimes I'll go out and they're just laying there, and like it seems like they're laying there a long time. But when I go over then to check on them, I just call their name, and then they pop their heads up every time and look at me like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" Number 11, deputies responded to a report of a gaggle of elks loitering in a public roadway, creating a traffic hazard near milepost 33. Deputies spoke with the elk, and they agreed to leave the roadway and not return. Number 10, a deputy responded to reports of a vehicle stopping at mailboxes. It was the mailman. Number 9, a woman reported that someone must have stolen her mail because she did not receive birthday cards from some of her friends. Poor thing. Happy birthday, lady. Number 8, an officer went inside and called out, "Marco!" Police found the suspect after he responded, "Polo!" Number 7, a woman reported that someone broke into her home and switched hardware in her computer with identical hardware that doesn't work. There are no leads. Is that what's happening when something goes wrong with my computer? Number 6, a woman requests to talk to a deputy because her housekeeper is not putting her towels away properly. The humanity. Number 5, dispatch. Report of a Swanson chicken pot pie running east on Clay Street. Number 4, a caller reported that someone was yelling help from their residence. Officers responded and learned that the person was calling for their cat, whose name is Help. Come on. Number 3, a man put icy hot on his wife's vibrator. Divorce pending. Number 2, a woman reported to police officers that 2 people were in her backyard cutting her marijuana plants. Well, at least they weren't loitering. Number 1, a woman reported a dispute with her neighbor/boyfriend who is refusing to bring her a casserole. I hope these people all got what was coming to them. All right, there's that one. Let's look at this. Okay, so here is, we'll go to a share screen for this one. Some 29 unusual road signs. This is from the website defensivedriving.org, which looks like it's a legitimate thing that gives you information on learning how to drive and being a good driver. But here's some unusual road signs. This first one really is, I don't think I can zoom. Oh, maybe I can just zoom the whole page, because I don't think there's like text to read. It really is just signs to read. Okay, so obviously this is a 4-way stop sign, but I wonder if that bottom part really helps any beyond it just saying stop and 4-way. Stop, 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 please. Oh, and the ever popular airplane crossing sign. Oh, here's a good one. Beware of invisible cows. Most of the Mauna Kea access road below Hale Pahaku is open cattle range, and the cows frequently cross the road. Dark-colored cows are often invisible in darkness and or fog. Use extreme caution and drive very slowly in this open range. Invisible cows. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm going to find a banner to put up here. Oh, here we go. Let's put this banner up. Let's see what our next sign is. Oh, another cow one. Oh, no. Cars in the water. Is that a cars in the water sign? Bicycles are to stay on the concrete or the asphalt or whatever kind of roadway that is, I guess. And yeah, it looks like the cars are supposed to be in the water. Buckle up. Is that E.T.? Is that like a stylized version of E.T.? Oh, here you go. Also, so my co-host today is going to be none other than ChatGPT. Let's pull a ChatGPT thing up, because when I asked it to make that background banner, let me take this off. I'm going to put myself back on. Just before the show, when I learned that I was going to need to reschedule Rebecca, I told it I needed this background banner for the show today. And ChatGPT graciously created the banner for me, like in 15 seconds. So here we go. When I said, so it created the banner, and I thanked it. You got it. Hope the stream goes smoothly and maybe even gets extra laughs with the quirky backup content. Want me to also whip up a few quirky, funny title ideas? Which I said no, but feel free to contribute some material that goes along with those categories I listed. You can be my guest on the show. So, welcome, Chat GPT. Oh, I'm going to try something else I've seen here. Welcome, Chat GPT. Well, where is it? That's a new thing that I can do here on StreamYard is some sound effects. First up, it's got, I say he. I usually do say he. Don't ask me why. But here are some funny road signs that ChatGPT found, and maybe they'll come up in this road sign website. Caution, water on road during rain. I think I've actually seen a sign that said that. Or how about speed limit enforced by aircraft? Imagine getting pulled over by a Boeing 747. And third up for funny road signs, don't honk at the geese. They live here. Finally, justice for the geese. Okay, now let's go back to my funny road signs. We'll just bring ChatGPT up every now and then. Okay, here's a caution sign: families crossing. So it's related to drivers in locations near the border where there may be families or immigrant families crossing the highway. But man, I think zombie apocalypse like right away when I look at that. Okay, go ahead, drink and drive. And here's the chain of events then that will happen, I guess, if you do that. Jail, hospital, morgue. If you hit this, you'll hit bridge. Now, this is genius to me. I would not even call that funny, because if you've watched any videos where the 18-wheelers or the trucks that are carrying big equipment or something, and they either aren't paying attention or they don't know how tall the load is or how tall their trailer is, and they hit a bridge, that's nobody wins. So to me, that is absolute genius right there. No need to say that's funny. Okay, what's wrong with this picture? Who can see where the problem is with this picture? Keep right. Which way is right? Which way is up? The sign says keep right, but the arrow says left on this contradictory road sign. Okay, so y'all know I watch a lot of sci-fi and a lot of horror movies, and sometimes sci-fi and horror are mixed together in movies, and this would be on a movie poster for one of those, right? Mosquito warning. Yeah. I know it's making a point, but okay, let's see. This is a mystery car sign. Check out the guy on the motorcycle trying to figure out what that sign was. It's not clear what this sign indicates. It could mean a steep hill, flying, or some other mystery. Here's another mystery sign, a mystery man sign. We have no idea what's going on in this sign, except that they don't want you to do it. What is that? What in the world is that? Anybody have any guesses on what that might be? All right, how about this one? Oh, okay. I can see the problem here. Who can see the problem here? I hope that's big enough on your screen. Well, let's do it this way. Does that make it bigger? It's obviously a one-way street. Okay, that much I get. But which way is the way? These signs on a New Orleans neighborhood street seem to offer conflicting information, but we're thinking it means the street is one way to the right and the other way to the left. Yeah, we may not have good perspective here. Maybe this one-way sign that's closest to the camera, maybe there's a street right there. It's still, people don't need any help being confused and causing trouble while behind the wheel, though. We all know that. Okay, wow. So, okay, first stop, which is good because you probably need to stop to be able to figure out what all that other stuff is. But apparently, you must stop there. You can't turn left. You can't turn right. You can't go back, and you can't go forward. I see the wrong way do not enter sign there to the right of this stop sign with all these no no advancing indicators, and it does look like the road is blocked off. But if you can't go back the other direction, which I assume that down pointing arrow means, what do you do? You really just stop at the only thing that can be active at the time? All right. Oh, wow. Here we go again. One way, both ways, double take. One way, one way. Now that you can't blame on maybe missing part of the image. Is that the same house, though? Is that the same house that was up here? Oh, no. I don't think, unless it's another part of the house. Okay, here we go. The caption for this one is Salem Witch Parking. You see that witch flying on her broom? I'm sure that's not what it is, but now you know. Salem, Massachusetts is the historic site of the Salem witch trials. The city's full of witch tourist attractions, tours, and historic sites. This painting on the street seems to indicate parking is available exclusively for witches. Oh, let's hope they don't start raising a fuss, too, about being underrepresented or marginalized or... All right, here we go. Secret nuclear bunker. Wow, don't tell anyone. Brentwood Chipping, Ongar Industrial Estates, and a secret nuclear bunker. Thank goodness this isn't at that place with the stop sign where you can't turn or go backward or forward, because it looks like you have to go to the left to get to the secret nuclear bunker. Oh, wow, this is good to know. Sign not in use. Wow, please disregard. Maybe the next one says, please disregard the previous sign. Oh, no, that would mean the sign was in use. Never mind. What do I know? And here we go with something this way. We're not sure what you'll find if you turn left, and we don't think the people who made the sign know either. Would you go? Would you turn? I would turn. Absolutely. I would want to know. Oh, wow. See, this is why you have spelling homework when you're a kid in school. This is exactly why. So for any of you that might have kids and you wonder, why is my kid having to bring home spelling homework every day? It's so that this doesn't happen. So if you're not familiar with the game Acromania, I think it's called Acromania. It's an online game where people get like acronyms, but they have to make up fake, funny things for it. So I don't know what that would stand for, but I would think no one could get in trouble for not stopping if this is actually what they saw on the road in front of them, right? Is that just me? Oh, here's some more animal stuff. Squirrels have right of way, as it should be. And let me tell you, again, squirrels. So I talked about the baby rabbits earlier. I have seen so many squirrels out. Fortunately, I don't have to drive real far, and I do not like being on the highway, so I don't like driving, faster than 40 or 45 miles an hour anymore. It is 55 for part of the drive from here to Tractor Supply, where I had to go a couple days ago to get horse feed and duck food, but there's rarely much traffic on it, so it doesn't feel as nerve-wracking. But getting on the highway really stresses me out. I know I'm getting old now, right? So I'm thinking about all the years where I've seen someone and they're just poking along at 35 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour on a 55 mile an hour road. And I pass by and it's an elderly person. But I understand now why that happens. I feel like I'm moving much faster than I am. And it's uncomfortable. But keep this in mind. Squirrels have right of way. This is everywhere. This doesn't matter where you live. Oh, wow. Okay. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Well, at least you'd have to stop a little longer. Might be harder to run that stop sign because you'd want to stop right and make sure you did everything you're supposed to do. Oh, wow. Stunt rider. This sign is probably warning motorcyclists about an upcoming downhill turn, but it really just looks like a kid showing off on a rainbow. Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out before we look at what the caption might be. Turn right to go left. Do not block intersection. So probably keep that in mind before you even make any turns. Now, when I look at that, we have a lot of roundabouts here now. And I love them, by the way. I love them. There's always going to be that handful of people that absolutely don't know how to enter and exit a roundabout. I've been behind some of them. I've tried to time my entry based on the fact that at the rate they're going to enter the roundabout before I do, and then they stop. Like they would have had plenty of time to get past me because I'm just approaching the roundabout and they're actually coming in to enter the roundabout. So I know a lot of people don't know how they work. They don't know how to use them. But every now and then a day will happen where there'll be a, pretty good stream of cars from each direction in the roundabout. And it's like a beautiful dance thing that's happening. Everybody seems to understand, okay, it's about timing. It's about paying attention. You got to be courteous as well. And there are times when 2 or more vehicles may really be entering all at the same time. But the deal is that it's still just one at a time. It's always just, there is a big roundabout here on Golden Triangle that's 2-lane roundabout. And there have been a lot of wrecks there too, FYI. But for the little side streets here where we have roundabouts, it's just 2-lane roads, so there's only one way, one lane to get into the roundabout. And when it works, it's beautiful. And it's so much more efficient and effective and time-saving than having to stop at a stop sign or wait for, a light to change. So when I look at that turn right to go left, it almost makes me think it's when you kind of have to enter a roundabout because you have to kind of drive around the circle thing in the middle. But turning left is usually a straightforward affair, but not at this intersection. You'll first need to turn right and then go left, but be careful not to get confused as you shouldn't block the intersection either. Again, that probably should be first. Warning, this road crosses U.S. Air Force bombing range for the next 12 miles. Objects may fall from aircraft. Does it really help if you know that ahead of time? Objects, presumably bombs. See that? Presumably bombs because it's a bombing range. May fall from aircraft for the next 12 miles. Okay. So if you get hit, are they off the hook? Because they say, well, we had a sign. I mean, there's a sign there that tells people. Speed limit, 20 kilometers per hour. Warthogs and children have right of way. What about the squirrels? Warthogs and children have the right of way in this area, but hopefully they're not crossing at the same time. Ooh, yeah. How does that work? What if they're both coming into the roadway at the same time? Welcome to accident. How polite. The sign for Accident Maryland does not offer reassurance for drivers in the area. Why would anyone name a city or town Accident? So if you go to visit there, you're an accidental tourist? Bada bing. Oh, do they have those drums? Let's see if there's... Where's the sound effects? Where's more sounds? What is that? Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, maybe kinda. What's this? That's not it. I'm thinking of like a rim shot. Ba-da-ching. But I can add my own sounds too, so maybe I'll play with that for another stream. Oh no. Oh no. Again, y'all know I like to watch horror movies. Here's another movie poster for a horror movie. What's the name of this movie poster? Or what's the name of this, movie? Oh, wheelchair alligator. Yeah. Man, this gives Jaws a run for its money, doesn't it? The sign probably isn't meant to be funny, but it is. Yeah. Wow, what are the statistics for that? Why was nothing like this on that police blotter page? Beware wild animals slash children. If you're a parent, particularly if you've, been a parent to young children, because I know some people are parents and it's a blended family and maybe they came into a relationship and the kids were already older. But if you've had little children, or if you currently have little children, or you again are a blended family and there are little children involved, this is quite a profound sign here. Beware wild animals slash children. Maybe these people don't really know how that slash really works or how a slash is supposed to work. The sign is not clear. Should children beware of wild animals? Should we beware of wild children and animals? To play it safe, it's probably best to just assume both. Oh, zombies ahead. Wow, a lot of movie themes in these signs. I almost think I was driving somewhere and saw this. And obviously it was really good for a laugh. And it was there, and I think because there had been construction in the area for like months, because nothing gets done sooner than months here. And then it was completed, but that sign was still up. Or maybe someone told me a story about that. That would be funny to see. Electronic road signs can be hacked, and this one is no exception. Drivers are warned of zombies ahead, though we're guessing no zombies were actually there. You think? Okay, there's another page down. Let's see. Oh, so English.com. We visited that when I did the stream before. So far, the places that we've been have not... they're not repeats, I don't think. Let's go back to ChatGPT. My friend ChatGPT, to see what else it might have come up with. Here's some silly product instructions on a chainsaw. Do not attempt to stop chain with hands or genitals. So many questions. Mostly just why? Here's another silly product instruction on a bag of peanuts. Warning, contains peanuts. Groundbreaking revelation, right? And on a hairdryer, do not use while sleeping. So much for my dream blowout. Yes, if you didn't know, ChatGPT develops a sense of humor if you have a sense of humor and you interact with it long enough that it begins to pick up on your humor. The first few times I ever used it, I was just looking for, can you tell me how many people own, a certain kind of car or whatever. I'm just making that up. I've never done anything where I looked up that. But just something where it was just facts. It was just data. Please pull from whatever reports and tell me how many of those cars were sold in the last X years or whatever. And it's just very straightforward. But as I've gone to get stream ideas or content ideas, once I've decided what I want to do for a stream, I'll say funny things every now and then, or I'll share some anecdotal material that is funny to me to let it know this is the kind of thing I'm looking for, and then it just jumps right in. It can make it happen. We are going to look at some funny recipes later, but some weird recipe names that it found. Mystery meat casserole. The mystery is whether you'll survive it. I think that used to be like a cafeteria at school, right? Wasn't there like mystery meat? Sauerkraut surprise. The surprise is it's sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Y'all, one of my favorite, I love pickles, and one of my favorite dishes that I never cook because Richard absolutely will not eat sauerkraut. No, again, we had that discussion on a live with Rich and Kat. And what was the thing I said? Richard would not eat green beans. I think I said you could give him $1 million and he wouldn't eat a green bean. He, of course, said he would. He's never eaten. I'll have $1 million. But if it's green, he won't eat it. He will not eat sauerkraut. I'm telling you, if that had been what I said, if I gave you $1 million, would you eat sauerkraut? I know he would have said no. But I love, my mouth is watering. I love smoked sausage and sauerkraut. Like Eckrich smoked sausage. I usually buy Eckrich. I don't know why. Maybe they're all the same. Eckrich smoked sausage, and you slice it up, right? And like it can go in the crock pot, or it can sit on in a pot on the stove for a long time till the meat gets cooked and all the flavors blend together. And I'm not kidding, that's making my mouth water. Well, I gotta get a drink of water. Wow. Sauerkraut surprise. Maybe I'll serve that one night and I'll just call it sauerkraut surprise. He might pick the smoked sausage out of it, but he's not a big smoked sausage fan either. Oh, funeral potatoes. Apparently popular at after funeral gatherings in Utah. Cheesy, comforting, but yikes at the name. Funeral potatoes. I'm pretty sure I've had funeral potatoes. And I think they're a lot like Cracker Barrel, at least used to have these hash brown casserole, I think it's called, that's like great with breakfast. I think you can order it all the time. But in place of hash browns or fried potatoes for breakfast, oh, anytime I've gone, it's been years, anytime I've gone to Cracker Barrel, I get that hash brown casserole. And I think the funeral potatoes are kind of like that. Potatoes and onions and cheese and maybe sour cream, maybe just cream, lots of butter. I haven't eaten. Oh, I did have a concha this morning for my breakfast, but that's been plenty long enough ago. Here's the English of the day at English.com. We have lots of colors in the earth, in the ocean, on the sky, floral colors, wooden colors, several skin colors, and eyes. Then Zoff have color of you at any time. Let's enjoy your favorite colors with Zoff. I don't know what Zoff is. Let's see what they got here. What's this category? Oh, this tastes funny. Food amusement, Hanan. What a lovely day we have today. Let us enjoy the happiness of life. Okay, let's find a category. Let's look at some transportation. English. I love to have fun. I love my family and friends. I love this beautiful planet Earth. The reason why I choose this car is because it will totally satisfy my requirements for outdoor living. Well, tomorrow, where shall we go? Outdoor living. Oh, it doesn't let me scroll through. Okay, can you see that? It's a Volkswagen emblem, I think. Drivers warded. Okay. I hope they know that. What's this? Terios Kid by Hatsu. In a life with sophisticated surroundings woven with elegant colors, a fresh impression spreads out. Yeah, definitely some lost in translation stuff happening here. Okay, here's one. These are humanity, creative power, tasked. I guess that's an F. Oh no, because it looks like the last T. Tasked speed, hard feeling of shokunin, extreme work, uncalm, promised tuning up, and sharp sensitivity with which we make the culture of the car. I guess that's marketing. Ass size. Okay, that looks like, what does that look like? A stopwatch or, and what are these people doing? Well, let's make this bigger. What's happening here? Those look like Transformers or something? I don't know about Transformers. He-Man, what is that? What is that? Ass size. Maybe I don't want to know what that is. Man's desire for pleasure is endless, found in things like one box car full of toys and friends, or a couple simply out for a drive. Estima, a new concept wagon in a category all its own. I kind of remember this from the last show. Yeah, marketing, that's kind of tricky. Marketing translated from other languages. Okay, let's see. What do we have now? Hysteric kids in car. Be warned. Forget baby on board. I got hysteric kids in car. So if you want to wreck me, be prepared to deal with that. Reefer cargo quality. As anybody should expect, right? Oh, acid milk. What? Oh, signs of farts. Okay, why doesn't it want to open? I guess you can see it right there though, huh? Signs of farts. Contact the authorities if you see skid marks. Okay, that was all of that one. Let's see, we'll do one more category here. That was transportation. Oops. Clothing. This probably has like tags. Okay. So what you gonna do? Keep doing things the way you do. Somebody out there better get this. The way, W-E-Y, which isn't even how you spell whey. Is that a word? I know W-H-E-Y. That's like whey powder, right? That bodybuilders and stuff, or just fitness people use to make smoothies and stuff. What you gonna do? Delicious food. It becomes happy feelings. I would say that, right? I'm a foodie. I love food. What's? He must have been half asleep when he said it. Some of these we just will never know what they really meant. Spend every day surrounded by gentle atmosphere. Oh, I should have read that in my... What was that voice? The welcome to accident. I should have read it in that voice. Spend every day surrounded by a gentle atmosphere. Who can argue with that? Attractive. Have a very good day. And welcome to accident. Head. Less shock, more wow. A new sense of freedom. I want to get better every day. What I don't know yet is if these products are being sold here or if this is, like Photoshop translations of sayings on clothes there, wherever there is. So while you're surrounding yourself with a good atmosphere or whatever that said, spend days with gratitude. A better future full of kindness awaits. Aww. What does that say at the top? I don't even know. Blow up your trend. It is all the vogue human relations. Is that what that says? Blow up your trend. Right. I'm going to vow to blow up my trend from this day forward. Cutie, please call it a lovely person. The in beginning was the word. I'm thinking that's misplaced, right? That's supposed to be over here so that you read it in the beginning was the word. Instead of the in beginning was the word. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Yeah, so must have been somebody's first day on the job with the press, whatever that thing is called that you make t-shirts with. Okay, so let's see what ChatGPT has for us now. Okay, here's some more police blotter bits. Caller reports a suspicious man walking down the street yelling, "I am the law." Turned out to be someone late to a Judge Dredd costume party. Loose goat reported near Main and 5th. Officers gave chase. Goat gave better chase. Subject called 911 to report that their McDonald's fries were cold. Advised them this is not an emergency. Subject disagreed. Here's some translation fails. On a menu in China, fried crap. It meant crab. We hope. Hotel sign. Please take advantage of the maid. Somebody lost their job over that one. And a Japanese toilet manual. Do not climb inside. How many people had to try before they added that rule? See, look, and then it goes on to very politely ask me, would you like me to throw together a few interactive prompts too, like chat, vote which warning label is the dumbest? Let me tell it no. Watch, it's going to respond to me, though. Perfect. You're fully armed with a comedy toolkit now. Road signs, police, goats, and sleeping hairdryer people included. Break a leg on stream, not a chainsaw chain, obviously. I'll be in the wings if you need another batch of absurdities later. How fun is that? All right. Let's see. Oh, here's something. What is this? This looks like a sign on somebody's door. Or Susan is out until Thursday, 8/20/2015, due to death. This is from a site called thunderdungeon.com. I'll apologize ahead of time if we come across anything that's not particularly family friendly, because again, threw this together in a pinch, and have had like a backup plan now for a while that I could do in case I had to do a last minute change of plans. I'm going to put that banner back up because I see people popping into and out of the stream, and I want them to understand what the heck is going on, because I didn't have time to change the I might put that on a ticker and let it just tick along the bottom of the screen. Let's try that. We'll just leave that running up so that when I see, because the stream thing will tell me how many people are here, how many people are watching, and I've been seeing off and on that it'll show 2 or 3 more people, and then suddenly they're gone. So they're probably thinking, wait a minute, I thought this stream was supposed to be Rebecca. Hey Jake, how are you? I'm good. Thanks for stopping by. Again, I had to do a last minute change of plans for the stream today. So it looks like this is from an airplane safety manual, the thing that you're supposed to be looking at and following along with as the flight attendant is giving you instructions for in the event of an emergency. But are you not supposed to smoke on the slide if you have to use the slide? I mean, I guess, again, this is slide related. This person is sitting on the slide. I do think, don't they tell you to kind of jump out on the slide? Thankfully, this has never happened. I've never been on an airplane and had an emergency that required having to use the slide to get out. But I have had a couple of, I think I've told these stories, but I'll just tell them since I'm filling time on the stream today. On my way to, where was I going? Alabama or Tennessee or something once upon a time. It was just I think it's called a prop plane. It has the propellers on each side of the wings and then the propeller up at the front. It maybe held 20 people. So it was just a little shuttle flight kind of a thing. I don't even remember, so it wasn't straight through from DFW to Huntsville or wherever I was going. And we get close enough to the airport that we can see the runway lights and everything. And it was right on time, based on my watch, it was scheduled to land at whatever time. But then we're flying around and I can see that we're circling around the airport. And so at first I'm thinking, okay, something's happened at the airport. They're cleaning something up or, they're not ready for us. And so after about probably 10 minutes of flying around again, and you can see, you look out one window, oh, well, there's the airport over there now, and we're just going around in circles. And the pilot comes on and says, no need for alarm, but we're having a problem with our flaps, I think he said, and it's going to result in a faster speed upon landing than is safe. He said, but we trained for this. We have our crew is very experienced, and we know what to do right now. We're just going to make some circles around the airport to burn off fuel. So, and I wasn't nervous necessarily, because I did trust, and I know they really do practice and do the simulators for every kind of funky thing that might happen. But the poor lady that was sitting next to me, just without even thinking, she reached over and grabbed my hand and looked at me. She said, "Are we going to be okay?" And I told her, we're going to be okay. They know exactly what to do, and they're making sure that we're going to be safe. That's why they're going to do some more flying, so that there's not too much fuel, because that's what would cause a problem. Anyway, so that was one airplane weird thing that happened. And then I was coming back from probably when Gerald graduated boot camp out at MCRD in San Diego. And I had a flight from where? I had to do a connecting flight, like from San Diego. Then I had to fly to like San Francisco or something. So again, another short trip. So just one of the prop planes with the little propellers that turn on the wings and the propeller on the nose. And we're flying along the coast, headed north from San Diego, right along the coast. So you look out the window, you see the ocean beneath you. And I happened to notice that the propeller on that side of the plane, I only think it was one propeller. I don't think there were two propellers on each wing, but it was not turning. This was maybe, 3 or 4 minutes into the flight. I don't know if it was turning when we first took off or not. I'm always so excited because I love flying that I'm like a kid, and I don't pay attention to whether it looks like something's not working or not. But we're just a few minutes into the flight, and the captain comes on and says, we have become aware of a problem with our left propeller or whatever it's called. And we've been advised to turn around to go back to San Diego. And so in an instant, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, we're over the ocean and we're not very high up, because it wasn't a long flight anyway. And we were just a few minutes into the flight. And I'm already trying to think, okay, like if we crash, does it help that we're going to land in the water? Does it make it worse if we land in the water? I was a little bit nervous about it, but he was very calm about it. And of course, nothing happened, except that then we went back to San Diego, and I feel like if I remember right, I ended up then having to spend like 4 hours waiting to get on another flight. It was a very eventful weekend, that boot camp graduation weekend. In addition to the excitement of having my second oldest son, my third born child, graduating from boot camp, that really kind of sealed the deal to have an airplane issue. But I got home safe and sound, obviously, because here I am to tell you the story. But never had to use this slide thing that you have to use in some situations. Anybody had to use a slide to get off the airplane ever? Okay, what's this? Don't step on the edge of the pedal. Step on the edge of the pedal. I do see that his foot is in a different position, but did someone not consider that just the words themselves could lead to confusion? So if you didn't have the picture and someone was giving you instructions and all they were doing is reading what was on the little page, first, don't step on the edge of the pedal, but then step on the edge of the pedal. Who knows? Oh, okay. Penis broken. Please use finger. So I know that's not what it says, but I know that's what it's supposed to make you think it says. Pen is broken. Please use finger. So just clearing that up for anybody that maybe didn't realize why I said what I said in the beginning and why I told you that I know that's not what it says. But obviously, again, this person has a little bit of a challenge with spacing between words. No eating at my desk, according to office manager. Assert dominance. Eat your desk. Instructions unclear. Ate my manager instead. How was the raise? I don't think I get that. I'm skipping that because I don't want to have to think that much. Oh, here's some assembly instructions. Scratching post with plush ball. Seems like that would be simple enough, right? Like I can already kind of picture in my head. So step 1, here's a 1 and a step 2, and it looks like we're putting this into the base, right? And then step 2, it's in the base. I don't know where the plush ball factors in, but are you the kind that you really do read all of the instructions first? Hey, Connie, thanks for stopping in. Or do you just start trying to put it together and then when you get it to a place you don't know what to do, you look at the instructions? So I did part-time work at Pier 1. Well, I was full-time off and on there for a while because we moved and I couldn't find a job in the dental field right away. I've put together a lot of furniture in my life. And so a lot of what I didn't need to look at instructions because, there's only so many ways you can put a dining chair together or a table. And so it kind of spoke for itself. But every now and then we would get something in that had some weird parts that, we'd all be standing around before we wanted to look at the instructions, trying to figure out where is this supposed to go or which side. Does this go in front of this or does this go in between these two things? So it was a challenge every now and then. Kept it interesting. Wood chopping board. Wipe clean only. Wipe up spills immediately to avoid staining. Do not soak. Do not use as a chopping board. Okay, I'm missing something. Do not use this wood chopping board as a chopping board. Instructions. Place the eggs in a bowl. Add salt and pepper to taste. That's just somebody that doesn't understand how to cook. That looks like a blanket. Does that look like a blanket on a bed? Don't use. If you sleep in this bed, please turn over this card and put this on the bed when you check out. What? Like what? Help me with that one, y'all. Okay. This is looks like a nice John Deere riding mower. Don't just stand there. Sit here. The most comfortable lawn tractor in its class. They are nice. Oh, we've had a John Deere riding mower. We've had it started with a K. Didn't it start with a K? Zero Turn, but I think the name of the brand was a K. It started with a K. Oh, a toast-proof smoke alarm with a 10-year battery. For the non-cook in your house. Okay, so this is one of those where it's like an orientation issue. Is it don't pull, push only? Don't push, pull only? Because I would think the colors, right, would be the biggest clue of which words go together. But we all know people are people, right? Some people are a little short in certain aspects of life. So it'd be fun to see a camera, if there's like a camera on this door, this entry, whatever it is, to see what people do with that sign, right? Important tips. Do not touch the stone or hard rock soil. If the soil is too hard and dry, easy to damage the probes. Copper and aluminum itself does not belong to the hard material. So if the soil is too dry and hard to insert, you can use auxiliary agricultural tools, drill hole, and then insert. Designed for testing soil only. Cannot be used to test pure water or other liquid. Electrolytic response index will be affected. Can only be used to measure the soil. Number 3, don't be inserted in the soil for a long time while using. Use cloth wipe the probe so that keep clean and dry and then use. And number 4, listen, are you listening? Don't touch fire and stay away from children. Forget every other thing that I just read to you. That's the one you need to focus on. Write it down. Freestanding slide, $1,095. What is a freestanding slide? Okay. Yeah, here's another one of those where too many opportunities to look at something a way that it was not intended to be looked at. So I'm thinking after I look at it, right, because I do at least have some common sense, and I'm thinking it actually is supposed to read, do not take blue chairs onto gym floor and put them away when done. Okay? Although, here's my problem with that. The do not precedes everything. So do not do this thing and don't do that and put them away. Or is it do not take and put blue chairs them onto gym floor away when done? Because that sounds like a translation from some other language, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. From 12 and January 1973, it will be no longer legal. Whatever you do, don't. But only after the 12 and, or starting with the 12 and of January. So I need to figure out where I can use that more. Whatever you do, don't. That's right up there with don't touch fire and stay away from children. Okay. Jesus save, can even you. Again, we know that's probably not what it's supposed to say. Airbag. Wow, this looks really unpleasant. Okay. So, to me, this looks like don't put a car seat in front of the airbag, right? Because look what will happen if something happens. I don't know what this is about. But whatever you do, don't. That should be on this sign somewhere. What am I looking at? Don't build pyramids here? Like, what is this in the background? Triangle free zone? Oh, is that somebody doing a yoga position? Is that downward dog and it's saying no yoga or no downward dog allowed here? Looks like we're probably missing part of the sign, but it is still interesting. Let's see. Choose Jesus. He chose the cross for you. Okay. So, but I'm guessing it wants you to think it says choose Jesus. He the chose cross you. People do need to take into consideration that not everybody can process a lot of characters or letters, words, things like that. There are a lot of, again, just processing issues that some people have that make it really hard to understand what to do with all those words. Okay, what is this? So, this looks like an empty toilet paper roll, okay? And it says no. This is a toilet paper roll that someone has put on top of the empty toilet paper roll. I've been known to do that. If I go someplace, a public restroom, and I take the last of the toilet paper off, sometimes I can't even figure out how to get the empty roll off to put another roll on it. So I do that. I will set a new roll. I will take it upon myself because they usually have a little cabinet or, you know, there's some toilet paper wrapped in the paper that's sitting on a little shelf or whatever in the stall, and I'll set it up there like that because I can't even figure out how to get the empty roll off. So I think you understand this. Erica Olson, how are you? Okay, that's all of those. And we know that ChatGPT didn't have anything else for me. This is from boardpanda.com. You guys may be familiar with Board Panda. They have lots of fun and funny things on their website. All right, and this number one, what is it? 65 of the funniest product instructions and tags. Number one, they say the only reason we read these anymore. I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, I don't know why I had it less than 100%. Oh, why is it not getting bigger? Okay. You are reading this because you forgot your smartphone when you went to the toilet, didn't you? What is that? Oh, so, yeah. So I'm sure everybody at times takes the phone, you play a game or you read something while you're taking care of business in the bathroom, right? But when you don't have anything, you don't have your phone. That's what that means. I get it. Oh, let's see. Let me find my sound effects. Let's find the sound effects. I get it. It has an audience laughing. Okay. Let's see. Number 2, this Top Gear t-shirt label. Top Gear. These t-shirts were tested on animals. They didn't fit. Number 3, the instructions for my new dog shampoo. Remember to eliminate all escape routes well in advance. A tip, once your pet is slippery wet, he or she is suddenly smarter and faster than you are. It says it's a long audience laugh. Where is a short audience laugh? Oh, let's listen to what is this one? Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with that some more. Okay. Next up. Number 4, clothing label. Machine wash cold with light colors. Iron if needed. Do not iron on decoration. Tumble dry low. Remove promptly. Dry in shade, not under direct sun. Can be washed by both men and women. Hashtag share the load. Okay, number 5. This is the better kind of clothing label. Cold wash only. Don't tumble dry. Don't iron print. Don't slap pandas. Oh, I needed to save that other picture. Whatever you do, don't. Oh, where's my thing? Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, I've got to practice with these sound effects. Okay, number 6. This hoodie tag has life instructions. What does that say up there? Shirt was. What does that say? Okay, medium. It's a size medium. Okay, washing instructions. Machine wash cold. Do not bleach. Turn inside out. No softeners. Life instructions. Lawyer up. Delete Facebook. Hit the gym. Okay. Best lotion instructions ever is number 7. After showering, apply generously onto any skin that evokes warm, scaly memories of the pet iguana your cousin Danny had in 7th grade. So I guess it means it's for really rough, dry skin. Although we have the French here. Après la douche, appliquez généreusement sur toute type de peau, dont la texture. I mean, I know obviously what it's set up here, but I must be thinking of another name. Oh, pleur. I'm thinking of raining is pleur. Pleur? Is that right? Use it or lose it. Number 8. My friend was putting together her furniture, and this was in the instructions. Sidestep. Make nachos. Optional but recommended. That would help. Some of this stuff you put together, it would help if the instructions would actually remind you to take a break. Because, like, if you've ever put together like baby furniture or some kids' toys, man, I can remember some kids' toys where I just thought, we're never doing Christmas again. I don't want to do Christmas ever again if I got to spend 4 hours putting together this thing that the kid will probably not even play with. They'll want to know what kind of box or wrapper it came in. Yeah, nachos. Man, I'm hungry. Number 9, I hate shirts with complicated wash instructions. Here are the wash instructions. Wash this when dirty. I might can remember that. Number 10, hand towel dispenser instructions. Okay, so step 1, okay, it looks like we're grabbing the towel. Step 2, oh, yeah, this is like real life instructions. The towel doesn't all come out. Step 3, grab the rest of the towel again. Oh, but look, step 4, then a little tiny bit stays up there and you only get part of what you brought out. So step 5, just dry your hands on your shirt. Yeah, let's do that. Where's my iPhone? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, number 11, instructions for my new undies, just in case. Step 1, okay, we're putting one leg in. Got it. Pull that leg up, up high. Step 3, put the other leg in. And then step 4, I guess, give up. Huh. Maybe I should have known when they used the word undies that maybe there was going to be a lot I didn't understand. Number 12, these chopstick instructions. Raise your hand. Who knows how to use chopsticks for eating? I mean, I think I can do it, but I don't even know if the way I do it is right. I do just use one hand, but I don't know if the way I do it is right. Instructions are good luck. To figure out how to leave this where I can. Oh, I left this screen to go to the comments. That's why I wasn't in this screen anymore. Let me go back to comments. Okay. Good luck. Number 13. Bought this shirt today and looked at the tag. 100% cotton, machine wash cold. It's never so hot that you have to take off your shirt. Don't be that guy. Whatever you do, don't. What if you're at the beach where they've got the ban on triangles or downward dog poses? Number 14, really helpful instructions on this shirt. For best results, machine wash cold, tumble dry low, never iron design. For worst results, drag through puddle behind car, blow dry on roof rack. I love that. Number 15, accurate soup instructions. Here are the cooking directions. Lift tab and pull to remove lid. Immediately slice fingertip on edge of lid. Throw lid very hard into garbage can so it knows what it's done. Laugh at portion of directions regarding stove. Dump cold glob into microwave safe bowl. Lose appetite. Microwave until scalding on the edges and freezing in the middle. Stir until lukewarm throughout. Ignore soup-coated walls of microwave forever. Whatever you do, don't. Stab food with one, toss the other. Yeah, that's a good chopstick rule for life. Have I told you guys yet that I just learned something new? I was, not today years old, but this was just been a month or so ago. I think I made enchiladas. I think it's when I made those enchiladas. I have a video about my enchilada recipe. And I don't have a lid for the casserole dish that I baked it in. So usually when stuff is cooled enough before I put it in the refrigerator, I'll stretch some like cling wrap around it, and then I'll put a layer of foil over it just to, because you can what do you call it? Seal the edges of foil around a dish, and that just keeps it fresher, I think. But what did I do? So I'm in the process of working with the foil on one side, and I got like a paper cut with the edge of the foil. So obviously not a paper cut, a foil cut, but the concept of getting a paper cut, but it was with heavy duty aluminum foil. That was not pleasant. So if you didn't know about the danger of aluminum foil before now, I only use it to do that. I only use it to cover like dishes after I've put that layer of plastic on it, because look it up. There's a link between like dementia or plaque in the brain or whatever and aluminum foil. But man, and that spot on my finger, I think that hurt for like 10 days. It was definitely deeper than just a paper cut with paper. Heavy duty aluminum foil. Y'all, that was like a knife going through my finger. Who would have thought? I think I was doing the side opposite me, and I was trying to, like, I don't know, fold it down or pinch it down or something, and the edge of the foil was just at the right angle. And the tension from having, like, sealed it down on each side of where it cut me was great enough. You know, it's like I remember being fascinated as a kid one time, learning that you can use a straw and like punch a hole in a raw potato, or see in a movie where somebody uses a straw to like make a tracheotomy, do a tracheotomy. I watch weird stuff, I know, on the side of the road, right? They can't breathe or whatever, because if you put your thumb over the end of the straw, there's enough force with the downward movement and the air can't pass through the straw, and you can actually punch a hole in something. Let's see. Erica has cut her fingers on the serrated tear strips on the boxes too. Yeah, I've done that too, but it was not. This was like a knife. This was really, it bled like I got cut by a knife. It hurt like I got cut by a knife. And I just would never in a million years have been prepared for a paper cut from aluminum foil. Oh, let's see what we have next. Number 16. These are the instructions on my body wash. How to use. If you really don't know how, then we suggest you find someone you really like and invite them into the shower with you to demonstrate. Oh, good to know. Handmade by Happy Hippies for Happy Hippies from Cosmetics to Go days. It was so missed, we had to bring it back. What is this product, I wonder? What is that product? Number 17, directions on my new shampoo bottle. Directions: apply to wet hair, massage into scalp and hair, working through the ends, rinse thoroughly. Feel free to belt out some horrible 80s tune that you listen to when nobody's around. Whatever, you totally do it. No, whatever you do, don't. Raise your hand. I got any shower singers in here? I don't sing in the shower. Is that weird? Because I'm a singer. If you haven't checked out my covers playlist, please check out my covers playlist. I haven't added anything to it in a while. It's way past time. But I don't sing in the shower. I don't just sit around singing around the house at all. That seems weird to me now that I think about it. Number 18, do not feed after midnight. 100% cotton, machine wash warm, inside out with light colors, only non-chlorine bleach, tumble dry medium, do not iron, do not dry clean, do not feed after midnight. This is somebody checking to see if you're looking at that tag, right? Number 19, what are the most confusing product instructions you've ever seen? Mercilon tabs. Every night before food, once daily to be taken 4 times a day, 3 times a day. Every 3 times daily, take 1, take 2, take 3, 1 or 2. Warning, follow the printed instructions you have been given with this medicine. Maybe something has changed since May the 31st of 2011. I don't know what Mercilon tabs are, but I hope I never have to take them, right? Yeah, that tag, maybe that was a Gremlins fan. How cute, yeah. Number 20, interesting clothing tag. Let's see. So 52% cotton, 48% polyester, machine wash cold, inside out with light colors, do not bleach, tumble dry low, do not iron decoration, always wash your butt, and keep away from fire, especially when wearing. I guess that means it's flammable. So this is one time when I would not say whatever you do, don't, because it is important to always wash your butt. Remember to wash your butt. Number 21, the instructions for this furniture tell me to grab a beer. Oh, this must be the same thing that had the person go make some nachos, right? Now might be a good time to refresh your drink. I'm telling you, there's some furniture that it would not help at all to have any impairment. Number 22, directions. Men don't need directions. Hemp moisturizer for men. Listen, it's about time you show a bit of soft side. Not an acoustic guitar vanilla candle burning side, but more of a yes, my skin does feel as good as it smells and looks kind of side. This THC-free hemp moisturizer transforms your skin into a statement that says, sure, I'm rugged, but I'm also refined. Directions. Men don't need directions. Don't wash your butt at the laundromat. Whatever you do, don't. Where's my sound effect? What we want you to do here is figure out how to access that, because it's in a different part. It's in a different part of the screen than the comments, so it's not a real smooth thing. In my fantasy world, see, like I would have a person that helps me with the streams, and someone else would be logged into the stream. They're not necessarily on the camera. They're just logged into the same stream. So they're like backstage, and they can put comments on the screen, and they can put banners on the screen, and they can do the sound effects now that I have sound effects. Oh, it's probably time for a banner though, isn't it? Let me I'm going to share. Look, here's the wish list for the North Texas Wildlife Center. Oh, let me put it. I'll put it in the chat. Since it was supposed to be a stream dedicated to them, and they are kind of in a battle right now because a couple of months back they were notified by the city of Plano, which is where the center is located. I'm putting this link for that wish list in the chat. Oh no, that's not what I did. I meant to put it over here. Here. And so today's stream was going to be dedicated to raising awareness for the center itself and the work they do, but also, maybe I had decided that if I got any super chats or super stickers or any other kind of monetary gifts during the stream, that I would donate those to the center, because they are in the process of having to find a new facility, because the city of Plano has decided that the facility they're in now is too close to like neighborhoods, and it generates too much foot traffic. So the way their center works is that people bring injured and abandoned or, sick, whatever, wildlife to them, which is true really for any rehab center, rehab or wildlife center, because they are not staffed. They will never be staffed enough to be able to go drive all over, the area to go pick up animals. Not to mention that a lot of times they'll get a report about an animal that was seen at a certain place, and then a volunteer will go back later once they can find a volunteer in the area that can go and get the animal to bring it to them, and it's not even in that spot anymore. Because even animals that are on the verge of death still have an instinct to go someplace and hide and find safety and protection. And so that wish list, that link is in the chat now. You can click on that. And since I'm not doing the stream now with Rebecca on the stream, I mean, if somebody wants to donate a super chat during today's stream and you want me to send it to them, I will happily do that. But when I get her back on the show, hopefully I will have figured out how to use that goals thing I was talking about early on. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I've seen other people do live streams where they have a goal for super chats and super stickers and things, and so every time somebody does a super chat or a super sticker, the goal gets closer to being met. And I thought that would be really fun for like a fundraising stream for one of the wildlife organizations, just one of the things that's really near and dear to my heart. And since I know North Texas Wildlife Center is in the process of gathering funds, and they've collected so much money already just from donations. I mean, that's how they operate anyway. They can't do anything they do without donations. So if you feel it in your heart, please visit their wish list and pick something to send to them until I can get Rebecca rescheduled and we can do like a fundraising stream, and I'll figure all of that out. But I had already told her that's what I wanted to do, that when I get her on the show, I want to, whatever super chats and stuff I get, I want to send it to them. Let's see. Even Arizona Game and Fish uses volunteers a lot. Oh, yeah. So again, see, even the government entities rely on volunteers. And when we get her on the show, I think when Wild Heart Ranch was my guest. They did share some stats, some of their intake numbers and stuff, and it is mind boggling. Okay. So, not every place in the world has a wildlife center nearby. Not every place has rehabbers nearby. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine how many people will like go onto one of the Facebook wildlife pages or rehab pages, and they'll talk about, oh, these three baby squirrels just fell out of the nest, and the mother got run over, and I know they need help, but I live in wherever, and so someone from the page, an admin or a licensed page, will give them the contact information for the closest rehabber. So it's required that people that post that animals need help, they have to post where the animal is. Like, not exactly, not uh, longitude and latitude and stuff, because believe it or not, y'all, there's nasty people out there that will go and do bad things if they know they can do them. Whatever you do, don't. But so the rehabber, whoever, will say, here's the person, she's closest to you, and then the person comes on and says, that's like 30 minutes from me. I can't drive that far. Which, again, okay, they're being honest. But I don't think they realize, can't somebody come get it? That's the way they usually follow up with. And so I think what they're thinking is that wildlife rehabilitation and rescue is this group of people that's like, they are superheroes, but they're like, they put their cape on and then they fly all around the world scooping up these baby animals or injured animals or, animals in need, because they don't have anything else to do. There's no other animals back at the wildlife center, right, that need critical round-the-clock care, right? So it's not like these places it's not like a hospital where there's 300 people that are on the clock at any given moment. These are people that, again, they're desperate for volunteers. They do not have the time, even if they could, even if they wanted to. They have to risk something else if they leave the facility to go drive an hour to pick up the animal that's only 30 minutes away from the closest rehabber. So, I mean, I'm not meaning to criticize the people that say stuff like that, but I just want to raise awareness. I want to have Rebecca on. I will probably have Annette or one of the Wild Heart Ranch team members come on again sometime, again, to help people understand what that means. Because I really think people have it in their heads, a lot of people have it in their heads, that this wildlife center, they sit around, wait for the phone to ring. Oh, good, look, somebody needs us. Some animal needs us. All right, you want to go get this one, or you want me to go get this one? And it's not like that. So please know that. Please know that. Look for the wildlife center in your area that helps with animal needs, and then be familiar with rehabbers in your area. There is an app called Animal Help Now. It may even be a website, but I've already learned and I've already heard and seen that it's not kept up to date. So when we found the baby bunnies last year or the year before, and I had to take one to the rehabber, one passed away. Again, the dogs found the nest, but Boone brought me one and it was not injured, but it had been in a dog's mouth. That's always sign number one. Whatever, if it's a snake, if it's a bunny, if it's a bird, whatever, if it's been in a dog or cat's mouth, it's got to go to rehab, because there's so much bacteria. There are so many germs in another animal's mouth that vulnerable baby things, little things, really need some help before they can just be left to suffer and pass away. So first thing I did was I got on that app and I found a rehabber in Fort Worth. There are none here in South Lake, FYI, or there weren't at the time. And like the first 3 names on the list that I called, they either didn't answer at all and they never returned my call, or they have messages that say, if you're calling about injured wildlife, I am no longer rehabbing or whatever. So like I'm losing all this time for this little baby just trying to get a hold of someone. And so I know that the apps are not always up to date. But this Facebook page, this North Texas Wildlife Talking Facts, or the North Texas Wildlife Center Facebook page, you get on, you say what's going on, and there are people that kind of monitor that like around the clock. How How sad for them. But so many of them have to be around the clock caring for these vulnerable, neonates and critically injured or ill animals. And so they're up anyway. They may as well keep the Facebook page open in case somebody sends out an SOS. But again, how did we get to talking about that? What did I just look at that made me talk about that? What in the world? I don't even know. I would just want some nachos and a beer now. Let's see. Erica volunteered for the Arizona Game and Fish years ago, but I was very limited due to travel. The center was in Black Canyon City. I was in Buckeye, a minimum of 90-minute drive each way, and that's driving over the limit. Well, I really want to see if I would be allowed to even go and visit the North Texas Wildlife Center. It's in Plano. That's probably an hour and 10 minutes from me. Obviously, I would want to time it when it's not rush hour, although like everything is rush hour here now. Y'all, there's just so much. It's so overcrowded, and but I'd love to do that and go out and get some video, maybe meet some more of the staff and put something up on the channel and let people see some more of the process. Now, Rebecca shares lots of videos on their Facebook page. You get to see her feeding baby animals. I'd love to volunteer, but I'm not where I can be away from home for very long at a time, really, on any day. Maybe weekends because Richard is home. So that might be something I would look into. But I'd love to at least go out and get some video that I can share with y'all just to let you see. I mean, if she does the show and she's at the center, I'm sure she can show us some of that stuff. But I do encourage you to look into volunteering. And I know for North Texas Wildlife Center, the information I have indicates that a lot of the volunteers that actually work at the center. So again, there's other volunteers that all they do is they go pick up animals in need and take them to the center. Hence all the foot traffic that the city of Plano has decided is wrong all of a sudden. But there are then volunteers that actually work at the center helping with the animals. And a lot of those volunteers, their job is to feed the baby animals. Wouldn't I love to do that? Wouldn't I love to do that? Okay, so back to this. Number 23, I was checking my wife's new mug for dishwasher instructions when I found a handy tip from the manufacturer. Presence of Mind, I guess that's the name of the company, the Unemployed Philosophers Guild with a website. Kurt Vonnegut. For best results, use other side. So if you're going to want a coffee mug, if you want coffee in this, for best results, use other side. Number 24, never notice this on the back of the Cards Against Humanity instructions. Disclaimer, Cards Against Humanity is a work of satire. Please address all complaints and legal threats too. Former Vice President Dick Cheney, the American Enterprise Institute, 1150 17th Street Northwest in Washington, D.C., 20036. Raise your hand if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity. That is, I've thought about Rich and I doing that on one of our Thursday live streams, but it can get pretty risque. It can get pretty raunchy at times, which is part of what makes it so funny. So when we've been like in a group where everybody's in our living room and we're playing Cards Against Humanity, there are many moments where we're all crying from laughing so hard. And a lot of those moments are because the answer that came with the question is so inappropriate that it's hilarious. So if you don't know about that game, that's my, minute and a half take on that game. Number 25, but it looks so delicious. Caution, do not swallow. That is a picture of that hanger in somebody's neck. Now, let me make this bigger. I don't know why it takes so long to get bigger. There we go. Can you see that? So it's showing the hanger in that person's neck. Oh yeah, we need a laughter, don't we? Whatever you do, don't. I need that bumper. I need a bumper sticker or a tattoo or something, right? That says whatever you do, don't. Cards Against Humanity. Yeah. I mean, I love it. I'm not, I mean, I try to behave myself, obviously, when I'm in public or when I'm doing a live stream, but I'm not, there's not like a lot of taboo subjects or anything for me, but there's a lot of taboo stuff in Cards Against Humanity. And it just really is, some of the things are so mismatched that they just really, they're really not appropriate in most settings, but it's so hilarious when you're playing the game. Okay. Don't swallow. Whatever you do, don't. Let's see. Oh, what does it say? Number 26, instructions unclear. Inhale 2 puffs by mouth every 4 hours rectally. Why can't I get that to close? Wow. It's an inhaler. Wow. I might just have to skip my meds. Number 27, this junk mail came with instructions. Important. Do not deliver to wrong addressee. Do not bend, fold, spindle, or mutilate. Do not lock your keys in the car. Do not wear white socks with black shoes. Dare I say it again? Whatever you do, don't. Number 28, a friend of mine read the warning label on his pants today. Warning. This zipper may harm your penis. Zip with caution. Oh, and then we get again some French translation. So, have you seen the movie There's Something About Mary? Oh, let's see. So, Mad Libs, I did a Christmas stream 2 or 3 Christmases ago, Erica, and we played Christmas Mad Libs. I thought it was a hilarious show. I thought it was a hoot. So the audience had to give me the words, and then I plugged them in and read the story. It was hilarious. Yeah, there's some common sense for you, right? But if you haven't seen the movie There's Something About Mary, again, it's pretty risque at times. But at the time that I saw it, it was hilarious to me. And if you see it, or if you have seen it, you'll know why I'm bringing it up in relation to this particular example of strange directions. Number 29, just notice the instructions on my shorts. Make your shorts last. Wash them inside out with cold/warm water. Do not put them in the dryer. Do not use bleach. Do not bungee jump with them. Do not eat them. Do not pass go. Pretty simple, right? Number 30. I must have slow internet today. I want to make it a little smaller again. But it's going to take a while. Oh. Oh my goodness, look at all these ads. This is ridiculous. How do I get rid of that? Okay. Oh. Okay, we did the shorts. Now, number 30. I would have, if you didn't warn me, caution, hot. Avoid pouring on crotch area. See, this is all because of that lady that sued McDonald's, isn't it? Y'all know about that, right? The lady that bought coffee at McDonald's, and then she spilled it on herself, and she sued McDonald's because it was hot. You literally can sue anybody for anything, whether it's true or not. And sometimes they don't even have to prove that what they're suing you for is true. Yeah, I got some issues with the justice system at times. All right, I'm going to make this smaller again because I don't like these ads that are in the way. Oh, wow. Wow. I made it smaller and then it jumped ahead. A 1962 Honda riding instructions image. Taken from a 1962 Honda motorcycle instruction book, translated by Honda for the American motorcycle rider. Number 1, at the rise of the hand by policeman, stop rapidly. Do not pass him by or otherwise disrespect him. Number 2, when a passenger of the fool, hooves in sight, tootle the horn trumpet melodiously at first. If he still obstacles your passage, tootle him with vigor and express by word of mouth warning. Hi. Number 3,
Beware of the wandering horse, that he shall not take fright as you pass him. Do not explode the exhaust box at him. Go smoothingly by. Number 4, give big space to the festive dog that makes sport in roadway. Avoid entanglement of dog with wheel spokes. Number 5, go soothingly on the grease mud, as there lurks the skid demon. Press the brake foot as you roll around the corners, and save the collapse and the up. Got it? Did you get it? You want me to leave it on so you can get a screenshot or take a picture? Toodle that horn. Toodle that horn trumpet. I don't know which part of that was weirder to me. But I do understand number 3. It means don't spook a horse with your motorcycle. If you've ever been near or with a spooked horse when he gets spooked. So Cabo is more easily spooked. Not as much now, but for sure when he first came to live with us. And he's 1,200 pounds. He's 16 hands high. So meaning his back is like at the height of my head. He's big boy. You don't want to be anywhere near when he freaks out and jumps and starts kicking and running. And number 32, instructions clear. Pool rules. If you have sex in the pool, use protection. Do not stick anything in the jet, especially your, I won't say that word, Mike will explain. Pool hours are from 10 to 12. Always shower before entering the pool. Menstruation cycles have been known to attract sharks, so don't jeopardize innocent swimmers. Men, no banana hammocks. Women, clothing optional. Please shower and pee before entering the pool. If we wanted to swim in a toilet, we'd go to Taganga. No diving from the second floor or roof unless you are offended by any of this. Number 33, smoke grenade instructions. Oh, let's see. Does that thing have a bleep sound? Does it have a bleep sound? I don't think I could time it right, though, to say a word that I don't want you to hear. And it doesn't have a bleep sound, though. It has this sound. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, number 33, smoke grenade instructions. Warning, always wear goggles. Never use indoors or enclosed spaces. Do not take on airplanes. 18 plus usage and sale. Do not post. Don't be with our products. Instructions, detach ring from side of unit. Hold with unit with ring. Pull at the top. Pull sharply to the side. Drop and... So this is cut off. And it doesn't click on it to see this whole thing. But obviously they don't want you to be mean about it. If you're gonna use your smoke grenades, be courteous. Okay, let's see. 16 hands is 64 inches is 5'2". Well, I'm 5'4". So, yeah. So when I'm standing beside him, his back is right here at my head. He's a big boy. They just had their checkups. Cabo and Delilah just had their checkups on, what day was it? Tuesday? So they got their vaccinations and their Coggins tests. And they passed everything with flying colors. And then they get their hooves trimmed on Monday coming up next week. It is so expensive to have horses, y'all. Yeah, again, if you want to send a super chat or super sticker, do not microwave. You and the cookie deserve better. Preheat oven to 350 Fahrenheit. That part is important. Remove cookie and foil tray from the box. Resist picking off the Hershey chocolate chips. Bake in oven 2 to 4 minutes until cookie is hot. Spend time reflecting. Remove from oven. And are you seriously still reading? Let's eat. Number 35, or give it to your mother. That's the washing instructions, right? Or give it to your mother. She knows how to do it. Let's see. Number 36, how many vaginas do they think I have? This is in the Liverpool Pharmacy. It's progesterone, name brand Prometrium, 100 milligram capsules. Insert 1 capsule per vagina nightly for 7 weeks. Do not take if allergic to peanuts or peanut products. Wow. I wonder why they would have to put that on there. Number 37, a page in my IKEA instruction manual told me to throw out one of the parts. Okay, let's see. So we've got, okay, I see that part right here. What is this? What is this device? Okay, whatever it is, when you get to this part of it, just throw it away. Number 38, honest medication instructions. Raise the head of your bed. Avoid heartburn causing foods such as spicy, fatty, or fried foods, chocolate, alcohol, and certain fruits and vegetables. Eat slowly and avoid big meals. If overweight, lose weight. Oh, it looks like it's a antacid, right? Famotidine, that's an antacid, right? Number 39, go see a doctor. Hey, if I don't put a smile on your face, there's got to be something wrong with your face. Go see a doctor. Otherwise, slip me on and wear me home. I'm machine washable and tumble dryable, but I don't like irons and bleach. Makes me crazy. I'm 90-10 cotton poly and made in Mexico from U.S. parts. If I don't put a smile on your face, there's something wrong with your face. Let's put another banner up. Where's my banner? I think I have too many banners. Okay, number 40, warning. Oh my gosh, am I supposed to be able to see that? Oh, I gotta make that bigger. It's blurry for one thing. Oh, okay. Duh. Look, they put it in the yellow. Do not attempt to install if drunk, pregnant, or both. Do not eat antenna. Do not throw antenna at spouse. Okay. Let's see. That was at the lose weight. Yeah. Oh, the GER. Okay, so number 41. Man for... Oh, why is this so slow? Oh. Man for toaster instructions. That's pretty specific. Remove all packaging materials, including blah, blah. Wipe the exterior with a damp cloth. For a gentler cleaning experience. I don't know. Again, right. What are they saying? What were they suggesting there? Drunk or pregnant? Okay, let's turn this one off. Yeah, here I just realized one thing I wish I'm gonna tell StreamYard what I wish they would do is let me have the banners panel and the comments panel open at the same time instead of having to go click a tab to go from one to the other. Sloths might have something to say about that. Ooh, yeah. Right. Oh, is this all of them? Oh, no. So, okay. Number 42. Instructions. 100% Christmas. Take it easy. Relax. Eat, drink, and be merry. Do not diet. Smile. Yeah, that's the Christmas spirit. Number 43. Instructions on this card are recursive. What does the word recursive mean? Pretty well read, but I don't remember what that means. Recursive. Characterized by recurrence or repetition. Okay. So instructions on this card are recursive. So here's the arrow that points to show you to put the card in that way. And then I guess it's showing you to put the card in that way. I guess I get it. Number 44, instructions not clear. Oh, if I'm supposed to be able to see that, I can't even see that. We got to skip that. Oh, the circled part. I was looking up here. This higher section. Operation method. Using the front must is well. This article shake the hairspray for good. Can use the sort shampoos a cleaning. I just won't be using that product, will I? Number 45, instructions in the bathroom of the miniature golf course I just played. Castle Golf's men's golf rules. Back straight, knees bent, feet shoulder width apart, form a loose grip, keep your head down, avoid a quick swing, stay out of the water, try not to hit anyone. If you're taking too long, please let others go ahead of you. Don't stand directly in front of others. Quiet, please, while others are preparing to go. Don't take extra strokes. Very good. Now flush the urinal, go outside and tee off. So you were thinking that was instructions for playing golf, weren't you? All right, what's next? Number 46. On the instructions of my hairdryer. Oh, do not use on people who are sleeping. That kind of ties in with one of the jokes that GPT shared with us, right? I have used the hairdryer on the ducks before. So when I've had a duck that was, like sick, or sometimes when they get hurt, they can't preen themselves very well and they don't spend enough time in the water and they lose their waterproofing, that water off a duck's back concept. It's because they access their preen gland and they spread oil all over themselves. And I've had to bathe a couple of the ducks over the years, and then I dry them with the blow dryer. I don't know why that makes me think of someone sleeping, but I guess just because I've never seen that instruction to not dry a duck with the blow dryer. Number 47. This caught my attention when reading the tag for my baby's swim diaper. Let's see. Adjust, maybe it's the care. Adjust snaps to fit your bow or bell. Make sure diaper is tight around legs to avoid unwanted swimming companions. For best results, knock solids into toilet. Machine wash cold. Do not bleach. Tumble dry low. For worst results, let several poops accumulate. Bleach in boiling water with red and white dress shirts. Blow dry on roof rack. That's kind of like another one, right? Yeah, it's not hot. You don't use the hot air, and you don't get real close to them, but they don't need to be wet for very long, especially, again, like ducks that if they've lost their weatherproofing, their waterproofing, they can get really cold. And I don't think I have either of the two ducks that first come to mind. They're not with me anymore. I don't think it was related to whatever the thing was that made me need to wash them. They don't live forever. But I do have one girl that is over 9 years old now, and then her offspring that is turning 8 right about now. It's Ginger. So she would have hatched in September of 2017. So I have one girl that's 8, one girl that's 9. Let's see, number 48, personal care instructions. Care instructions. Dance often. Love those around you. Brush your teeth. Smile more. Worry less. Be like water. To the 747 carrier aircraft, you have to love NASA's sense of humor. Okay. Attach orbiter here. Note, black side down. That can't really be there. That can't really be there. Yeah, it can be old for ducks. Believe it or not, if ducks have, the right diet and everything, the right environment, the right protection from predators and all that, they can live to be 25 or 30 years old. Most people don't know that because, sadly, most people don't know what the right diet and the right environment and enclosure is. I've lost so many ducks this year now, y'all, to the coyotes in the neighborhood. I haven't even let them go back to the pond in probably two or 3 weeks because we just had, 4 or 5, not days in a row, but 4 or 5 instances over the course of about 10 days where they all go out and then somebody doesn't come back. And the last time the somebody didn't came back, it was my boy Twinkie and one of the girls that he loved hanging around with, Ruby. They were like a little pair, And at first I thought, well, maybe she's made a nest out there and she doesn't want to come up. And maybe he's, just standing by to support her and protect her. And that's the disadvantage of having flightless breeds, because they can't get away. Mine can the heavy, I've got some overweight ones that can't get off the ground at all. But most of them can fly 5 feet, 3 feet off the ground. They can fly 5 feet, but they can't it's not enough to protect them if they're trying to get away from a predator. And I know for sure that it's the coyote. We also have snapping turtles around, and I'm telling you, a snapping turtle can take down even a big duck without a problem. So I don't know. And so I'm torn. I want them to be ducks. I want them to live the life that they're meant to live. But it's really sad when several days, again, over a short period of time, you let them go do that, and then somebody doesn't come home. So now they spend their days in the backyard, which they love. They don't act like they're upset or stressed out. And they've got a big duck yard that they can be in as well. Neighbor dogs. Yeah, fortunately, we don't get loose dogs in this neighborhood. And we've got enough high fencing around that we haven't had a dog that didn't belong here get to any of them. But the bobcat that took out some ducks and a goose one year, he just jumped right over the 6-foot fence. It's like that was nothing. So anyway, but ducks, under the right conditions, they can live, 25 or 30 years. Same with the geese. I've got 6 geese. We'll just do a couple more of these. On the iPod Shuffle. Do not eat iPod Shuffle. Whatever you do, don't. One more. Number 51. The instructions for my new bike lamp seem to be threatening me. Make sure to clean the dust and dirt on the light with a soft, damp cloth after every ride. Water resistant is for rainwater only. Submerge the battery or the whole light into water when cleaning. Once you start using the light, you'd better keep using it. Oh, wow. That was a sign. So I did have some other stuff that we could have done, but I've kept you here long enough. Thank you to those who stopped by to check out the stream live. And thank you to those that might watch as part of the rewatch crew. I will change the thumbnail so that people understand if they're going to rewatch that I did not get to visit with Rebecca today. And I've got my little banner running down there. I don't have to go into a lot of details. So I'm sad that I didn't get to introduce her to you, but it'll be all made up for when I get her back on the stream. But in the meantime, again, check out the Amazon wish list for the North Texas Wildlife Center. There's several lists. So when you go to the link I posted, you can click on that link, but then over on the left side, you'll see a couple of other lists. So if you want to just look through all of them and maybe pick something, I know that would really cheer them up, if nothing else, after some of the tragedies and things that have happened this week. For some of the humans, it was not an animal-related emergency that happened this week, but keep them close to your hearts. And I will hopefully there will be good news when we get her back on the show as far as them finding a new facility, because I know that's their big challenge right now. They've got to find another place. And obviously they know what they need. And it really won't make sense if they have to move to another place to not try to look for opportunities to upgrade, get more space, just have more ability to care for more animals, because the numbers never end. It never slows down anymore. But I'll be back next Friday. And at this point, unless Rebecca wants to be back with me next Friday, I'm just going to be doing another a hodgepodge stream. Or I really still want to try to play, oh my goodness, what's it called? GeoGuessr. If you don't know about GeoGuessr, it really makes me feel geographically illiterate to play it, but I love playing it because you have to learn something, and I'll show you how I play it when I play it, because maybe the way I do it isn't fair. And there are different ways. So you can play against other people, or I think you can just go in and explore and play and figure things out, without time limits and stuff, which is what I want to do, because just so often when I do the one against other people, you have like 5 minutes to figure out where you are. And it's just not enough time for me. Everything, all the signs, everything's in a foreign language. And because I'm relatively geographically illiterate, it doesn't help me when I can see landmarks. Like I might see a building or a structure and think, oh, I've seen that before, but I can't tell you where it is. So I think that might be fun. That might be what I'll do next week. Again, unless things are back to normal enough that maybe she can just join us. But I'll get the thumbnail changed. So apologies if you tuned into the stream at some point and thought, what does this have to do with the North Texas Wildlife Center? And Rich and I will be back on Thursday. We had to cancel last night's show, go figure, because we literally got a text message like 10 minutes before this person needed this help with her equines, asking if we could please come and help her with her equines. And that would not have been, I don't want to do that show by myself. That's supposed to be both of us. And there would not have been time. I wouldn't have put Richard through that to go over and help with that and then come back all sweaty and gross and hungry. And so that's what happened with last night's show. But we'll do that next Thursday. And then I'll see you next Friday to do something else. And we've got a video we're going to record with the dogs this weekend. So be watching for that to go up. And we have beautiful weather here today. Everyone's happy and healthy. I hope all of you are safe and happy and well. Again, thanks for being part of my rewatch crew. Thanks for watching after the stream ends. And I love you all. I will see you next time. Bye, friends.